Alright then guys, welcome to Let's Play Fallout 3, Part
Who the hell are
8,
you?
I do believe.
Where'd you come from? Did Moriarty send you?
Okay, you're a very nice woman. I like you very much. No, just kidding. I don't like her at all. But don't tell her that. Okay. Yes, and he says you owe him
That
some
bastard.
caps. Pay up.
He's a liar.
Trying
He
to
just
keep
wants
this
me
PG,
dead.
Silver.
Those caps are all
Please
mine.
don't say stuff like
I
that.
earned them.
Look, just give me the caps
Look,
and
I don't know
tell
who
him
you
you're
are.
gone.
I'm not just handing over my life's earnings to you.
Just give me some of the caps
do that
and I'll
for
tell
me?
him you're gone.
I never expected anyone to care enough. Here you go. Thanks, kid. You're alright.
Yeah, I'm definitely alright. I'm not going to do anything completely and utterly evil. Okay, the reason you're doing this is she's completely on her own. There is nobody to see you do this. You're not going to get in trouble for it. It is still blurringly gittish.
Hey! Wait! Oh!
See? You lose a bit of karma, but for what you gain, which is an entire... Wait, where is that radio? Turn it off. Stupid radio. Okay, I'm just gonna take everything basically. Turn the light on. Okay, once you've done taking what you want, you're going to sell a whole bunch of it, probably to Gob, if you've done exactly what I've been saying, because he'll pay the most. Trust me, he'll pay the most. And what else we got here? Oh, some turpentine. So just take what is probably the most expensive stuff. If it's expensive, take it. You're going to be selling most of this stuff to either Moira or just people in general in town. You're just looking for the best stuff. You might make a couple of trips here if you're in a particularly good mood. I mean, if you're in a particularly bad case with, you know, caps and you need a ton of them, just make a couple of trips, grab what you can, and just make a couple of trips, like I said. Oh, I love firing spatulas and things like that out of the rocket launcher, which we might get later on, depending on how long it takes us to actually get out of here. And that's some water and food. I thought food would actually sell for a lot more. I love the blood effects in this game. Just for the simple fact that they're not exactly realistic, but they're there, and they just splatter things with blood. So anything else? Oh, there's some red X hiding behind there. But other than that, looks like I've more or less got everything. Once you've got everything that's good, just keep grabbing until you know you're going to be over encumbered soon. So we're actually nowhere near over encumbered. Weird. I was expecting to be over encumbered a lot faster. So yeah, I did leave some in here. Apparently I could just grab everything. So I will. Then we're going to go sell it. Anything else? So yeah, this is a good way to make caps in this game as well, early on. And I always do it. It's completely and utterly evil. And it'll make you about, if you fail a speech challenge, it'll make you about 200 caps. If you didn't fail, it'll make you about 100. Which is quite a bit actually at the beginning of the game. And you could really use the boost. But still, if you've got a conscience, which I wouldn't suggest buying this game if you do, but if you do have a conscience, don't do it. It's just really just evil. But it'll make you the caps you need to carry on. We're actually getting pretty far considering how many parts we're in. Believe it or not, this is what I believe. This is basically what I do when I want to complete the game and get as much out of it as possible. I still can't say I think I've seen everything in this game, and I've been playing it since just after it came out. I didn't get it straight away, but just after it came out I got convinced to buy it by a friend of mine, and I've loved it ever since. It is amazing. can't say I've ever thought for a second I'm going to sell this game. I've lent it to somebody once, but other than that, this game. So yeah, you're going to sell it to God first. That was Jericho, you just saw walk out in front of us. He can be a companion if you're evil, which actually, are we evil? Won't be that surprised. Are we? No, we're just neutral.
Oh,
So let's
man.
talk to Gob.
I'm glad to see you. Moriarty's been especially nasty lately, and I need a friendly face.
How very nice. So, let's see.
Anything
How
for
about a
you,
drink?
friend?
So as you can see, we actually have quite a bit of caps. We're going to lose, I think, 300 of them, because Thing is a git. But we're going to sell a whole bunch of these misc, which we really don't need. We're going to probably get our money quite fast. This guy is the best one to sell it to if you've done what I've said, because he likes you and he'll sell for quite a bit of caps, more than Moira. Then you want to go to Moira, and I'll show you where to go to after that if you've still not
See
got
you,
rid of it
sir.
all. Okay, now we're not going to talk to Colin Moriarty because we've done that quest and all that. We're just going to grab it off his computer, because that way we don't lose any actual money. So let's just go to visitors and go to James. There we are. And we're done. How easy is that to get a few caps? So now we're at nearly 1,000 caps. We're going to be able to go over 1,000 caps before now. And it's going to be nice and easy sailing from here probably, because we're going to buy a few guns hopefully from Moira. We're going to do a couple more of Moira's quests before we go after Dad, and it's going to be easy sailing. I'm not thinking of it. Just wait 12 hours to go into here. I really wish the waiting system was a bit faster. I think it should be like the first 3 hours that you do, they go slowly because you might have made a mistake and put too many or too less. Then the rest of it should just go like in a flash.
Hey, anything going on?
Because that'd be, well, in my opinion, at the very least, a lot better.
So, how's this game?
Let's talk to Moira. You can try and lie, I'm not going to. Yeah.
What do
Blah
you mean?
blah blah, we really care. So now we're going to sell the rest of the crap we have. Some misc. You're going to keep that scrap metal so we can give it to the dude who pays a fortune for scrap metal. There we are, trade that in. What else do we have? We can actually sell some of this armor now as well, because we really don't need it. We're going to keep the helmets though. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep that and that. And yeah, that's just about it. And now we're going to get rid of the beer. One of the buff outs. I don't often use jet. I never use jet. Don't often use this sort of stuff. Medex I use quite often. Mentats almost never. Actually, let's take back the buff out. And a bit of Mentats. There we are. Anything we can sell for a bit of caps. There we are. And now we have all the caps. We are now at over 1,000 caps, and we're not even that far into the game. It is really nice to get a few caps this early into the game. I would strongly suggest taking this route if you don't want to take this route. If you want to do something else, that's perfectly
Hey,
fine.
don't mind the smell.
But this is what I
was
always
just
do.
testing a few chemicals, but it's perfectly safe to breathe. Really?
Oh, that doesn't sound good. So let's actually see what she has for sale again, and see if she actually got any guns. She does sometimes have some good stuff, but evidently that's not today. If you really want some guns, I'd suggest flak and shrapnels at Rivet City. They usually have the best stuff, really. Otherwise, scavenging from the wasteland's probably more worthwhile. Also, if you actually upgrade the caravans,
busy lately.
dear,
Asking questions, investigating.
glitched.
So is that it? You're some kind of investigator? A detective for hire? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left alone? Please tell me.
It's because we did the
I'd
android
really like
thing.
to know.
Who the
Fine.
hell are you?
Let's cut to the chase. My name is Victoria Watts. I work for a movement whose goals are directly opposed to your own, apparently.
It seems you're trying very hard to locate an android my associates and I have tried very hard to hide. You can see how that puts us at odds.
Don't ask me how she knows about this every time. She always does. When you get, even if you've only got one of the tapes, she'll eventually find you. The more tapes you get, the more likely she'll show up.
You really want help?
What would you have me do?
It's an internal component from the very android you're searching for. Don't ask how I obtained it. Present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Tell him the android is dead, and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. Do that, and Zimmer will go back to the Commonwealth and leave that poor soul alone. Do that, and you'll save a man's life.
That's it. I have to go now. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do the way that gives us the special plasma rifle and also gives us the perk that Zimmer gives you. So basically what you have to do is you have to go to, well, I'm going to show you obviously, but I'll tell you now as well. I'm going over here. So what did I want to do now? Yeah, basically what you have to do is you have to go to the dude who's actually the android first. I'm not going to spoil that for you. And he'll give you an awesome plasma rifle. Then you go to Zimmer and sell the android out, and he'll give you a perk that gives you more AP. Now what do we want to do now? Let's just check out how many stim packs we have. 16. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do one more Wasteland Survival Guide, which is... should we? Or should we just go straight for aiding the outcasts? You know what, I'm going to let you guys decide which of these should I do first. I would rather do, you know, DLCs. I'd rather do aiding the outcasts, but that's pretty much the easiest one. It's good for first time rounds. You do it around level 8 and it just, you can fly through it. But the other 3, it's completely up to you. Depending on which one you choose, I may have to level up a couple of times before I do it, but you know, it's up to you which one you think I should do first. And we're going to do, should we do following in his footsteps now? You know what, screw it, I'm going to try and get the main quest out of the way. Not really going to rush through it, I'm going to take my time, do a couple of the side quests along the way. But since I am doing the Broken Steel DLC, which believe it or not I've only done once, a lot of people think it's the best one. And while I agree it is one of the better ones, the only reason it's better is because it continues the normal campaign. If it was just on its own, which it obviously couldn't have been, but if it was, it wouldn't be the best one at all. I personally love the pit. Don't know why I like it, I just do. I think it's the ending that really buys me over. Because I like just completely annihilating the entire thing and then running out of there like hell. But again, I'm not going to spoil exactly what happens in the ending, which makes it awesome. Ooh, a mole rat. So yeah, then we might actually see some more of the bad guys again. Did I forget to set? Oh yeah, I did. What I do is, this is the only thing I actually use for hotkeys. Where is it now? Stim pack, stim pack, stim pack. I sometimes set other ones if I'm in desperate need, but you just set the stim pack to the hotkey at the top, and that way, if you're halfway through a battle, since sometimes it doesn't let you press B fast enough, you can just pop a stim pack. And it's really quite helpful. I strongly suggest it. Anything else to kill? Oh, more mole rats. So yeah, basically mole rats are just easy. Admittedly, since we're a bit early on in the game, it's not incredibly, you know, easy yet. But don't worry, these are gonna get easy as pie really, really quickly. I mean, it's not exactly hard at the moment, is it? So yeah, if you're doing the super duper map quest, I'd strongly suggest running in front of it. We're gonna run in front of it anyway in the hope of getting a half decent gun. But you know, it's not exactly a brilliant way to actually do this. And we're gonna be moving away from this part in a second. So yeah guys, I'm guessing the part's gonna end in like 10 seconds. I don't know when. Let's see.